Hey, welcome to the Seth Show, the most happening internet radio show in the county, with great tunes and good old humor. And now, here's DJ Seth, Keep It Sweet Wheat.
Alrighty, good evening, me lads and lasses, and welcome to the St. Patrick's Day edition of the Seth Show right here on Spreaker.com. Hi, it's the Saints Bizarvus. I was gonna say earlier, how Irishmen, how you hear in the movies, they're like, top of the morning to you. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, it's not the morning time when I'm on the air. It's going to be in the evening. So the best thing I would have to say is top of the evening to you. To me lads and lasses. It is St. Patrick's Day. It's St. Patrick's Day? It is St. Patrick's Day. It is March 17th, 2015, 7:31 p.m. on this beautiful and yet cool evening, too, at that. And, of course, as always, we do have some rain in the forecast, in which I'll get into that in just a little bit. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it is St. Patrick's Day. Of course, if you are already bored with the tunes from all the Irish tunes you had, well, then, I'm sorry to say, but you guys are going to have to hear some more on this one. And to top it off, because it is St. Patrick's Day, I also have a very special comedy clip as well. It is none other than Whose Line Is It Anyways? It's a quintuple feature, which is like 4 of the best Irish drinking songs. Oh, believe me, I watched the video on YouTube. And let me tell you, it is hilarious, and I'll have that coming up in just a little bit. But, of course, because it is St. Patrick's Day, I have one birthday today. Today is Kyle Brown's birthday, so happy birthday to Kyle Brown, a good friend of mine who I went to school with. And, of course, for anyone celebrating their anniversaries today, here you go. Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. For a cheerful toast and fill it. Happy anniversary. But be careful you don't spill it. Happy anniversary. Whoa! Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. All right! Knock it off. Alrighty, there you go with the anniversaries. And, of course, like I said, because today is St. Patrick's Day, I do have a bunch of Irish tunes for you. Some of them may be short, maybe about a minute long, or some of them may be about 2 or 3 minutes long. So you guys will have to bear with me, okay? Because, trust me, it took me almost a good half hour just to get all these songs up on here. So, yeah. And I hope everyone had a good weekend as well. Trust me, I have several stories to tell right after some of the first 2 songs from some Irish tunes, if you will. So the first up I got here, let's see, this time last year I was kind of stammering over my words over this because of the fact that I was new to all of this broadcasting. But seeing as it is a year later, and I've been on here for a year now, I'm actually more comfortable and more ready this time than I was last time. Nonetheless, the first tune I have here, which I played last year, most of these tunes were played last year, but oh well, it still makes a great St. Patrick's Day, if you will. So here, to start off with, I have the Irish Travelers with the St. Patrick's Day Pipes.
walking through a city street, you could be in Peru, and you hear a distant calling, and you know it's meant for you. Then you drop what you were doing, and you join the merry mob, and before you know just where you are, you're in an Irish pub. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a job, 'cause wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub. Now that design is fairly simple, and it usually works the same. You'll have Razor Houghton scoring in the Ireland-England game, and you'll know you're in an Irish pub the minute you're in the door. For a couple of boys with borons will be murdered in Christy Moore. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a job, 'cause wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub. Now the owner is Norwegian, and the manager comes from Cork, and the lad that's holding up the bar says only he just work. He was born and bred in Bolton, but his mammy's from Kildare, and he's going to make his fortune soon and move to County Clare. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a job, 'cause wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub. For me to go, I have to catch me train, so I leave you sitting at the bar and face the wind and rain. But I'll have that pint you owe me if I'm not gone on the dry, when we meet next week in Frankfurt in the fields of Athenry. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a job, 'cause wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub. They got one in Honolulu, they got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a job, 'cause wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub. Wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Seth Show right here on Spreaker.com, the St. Patrick's Day edition, if you will. And that was the High Kings with the Irish public. That was the High Kings with the Irish pub song. And before that, we had the Irish Travelers with the St. Patrick's Day pipes. And that is only just the beginning for the Irish tunes. Now, this day would make it so much better if for some reason my stepmom's relatives from Ireland were actually down here. Believe me. I mean, to say the least, I actually thought about maybe cutting a couple of clips from my episode from Labor Day of last year with my good friend David McGee, all the way from Tipperary, Ireland. I actually thought about having just a clip of him talking, so you guys kind of get the clue of what a true Irishman sounds like. Believe it or not, in Ireland they are different. There are different languages in Ireland, not just Irish. They don't have just Irish accents. You also have what they call Gaelic, and Gaelic, and I don't even know how to describe it really. It's almost as if it's almost like Guinea talk, as we call it here in Gloucester. Because the Irishmen, when they talk Gaelic, they talk so fast that you don't understand what they're saying. And when that comes like that, that's kind of like Guinea talk around here in Gloucester. Oh, man. I mean, it's interesting. It really is. But, I mean, a lot of times you don't understand what they're saying. But I think that's the whole cool thing about Irish people. And that and the fact that I envy anybody who actually goes out there to Ireland. Because they always come back and tell you how beautiful it is out there. And it's like, ugh, God, I wish I could go out there. It's like, man, you're so lucky. Like, well, I have money. It's like, Are you bragging? You know, I have money. So what are you trying to tell me? Yeah. Oh, boy. Anyways, I got some more Irish tunes here. Up next, I've got Mark Gunn's Irish and Celtic Music Podcast with the Memories of Ireland. And after that, I have Irish and Celtic Folk Wanderers with Swallowtail Jig. So here is Mark Gunn's Irish and Celtic Music Podcast with the Memories of Ireland.